Hello guys, how have you guys been? It's been a while. I missed you guys. I hope you guys missed me. And I've done a lot of videos like this in the past where I talked about backpacks and toolboxes and what I keep in them. And I've been wanting to do one about my car, and then I thought about it and I thought, man, I need to do that. I want this video to serve as a guide to new drivers or parents to new drivers on what you should highly recommend keeping your car. Let's get started with the video. First of all, license and registration. It is very important to have that on your person at all times. I keep my registration in my glove box. That's just the easiest way. I can just reach over and grab it. And I just keep my license in my wallet. It's plain and simple. It's easy access. Always have that on you, because in the situation to where you get pulled over by a cop, that is usually the first question that you will be asked is, may I see your license and registration? So it's just smart to always have that on you and make sure they're up to date. Okay. The stuff I'm about to talk to you guys about now is the stuff that you should have in case of an emergency. And the first thing I'm going to be talking to you guys about is, I got this as a gift when I got my first car. A glass breaker and seatbelt cutter. This thing is a dual gadget just for both of those, just in case. And I think it's a smart idea. It's sort of, I guess tactical is the word. I know a lot of tactical gadgets will have glass breakers and seatbelt cutters on them. So, like, as you can see, like, this is the blade. It's a bit rusty, I know. And, let's say, in case your car is to get submerged or stuck, your seatbelt could hypothetically lock up. That I know that happens when you're underwater. And then you should hit the side of your window with the glass breaker. It's highly recommended that you keep these in your car somewhere. It's an easy place to access in your car. I keep mine right by my seat, so there's no worries. Also, here's a secret trick for new drivers, or a secret tip. Okay. These headrests, you pull them up. These ends have sharper ends at the bottom. You use that and you hit it against the glass. That serves as an improvised glass breaker. Keep that tip in mind. The next stuff I'm about to be talking about, I actually bought a few years ago. I bought this EverStart car emergency kit. Some of the things in here like influenced me to buy this. It came with good stuff, and it was not that expensive either. So the first thing that the reason I got it in the first place was because I needed these, because I have unfortunately been the person whose car battery dies a lot, or has died a lot. Always keep jumper cables in your car. You never know when your car's battery could just die, or you could just make a mistake, being human and all. You can leave a light on accident. Something could be left on. Your battery's on for too long. You could run low on gas and your battery can die from that. It's smart to keep jumper cables on your car to make sure that you can charge your battery. Or in JUMPSTART it, have a buddy help you out. Jumper cables have saved my life on multiple occasions. I would recommend you have them. Also, I'll link a thing in the description on how to properly use these. Alright, what's next in this little toolkit thing is a flashlight. So, flashlights are usually a really important thing to have. So this flashlight, yes, it is a cheaper looking flashlight, and the quality of it's really good. It is a plastic flashlight. A flashlight is a flashlight. That's my personal mentality. It is a very useful tool. So if I were to hypothetically break down in the middle of the night, and I needed to see my surroundings, I can pull out this flashlight, see what's up. Or I need to reach in my car to find something, I can also use a flashlight to find that in the dead of night. Alright, another thing, two things actually, that I deem are very important to have. I didn't pull them out. I'm not going to show you guys what it is, but because they're in the back and I'm frankly too lazy to get them out. A tire iron and a car jack. It happens. A nail's in the road. Something pierces your tire open. Your tire's flat. You should always have a tire iron and a car jack in order to switch a tire. Very important things. I would highly recommend it. Which brings me to my next subject, a spare tire. You should always have a spare tire on you in case your tire goes flat. And if you do not have a backup, you're kind of screwed. So always have a spare on you. If you put the spare on, you should replace it as soon as possible. It'll save your life. You never know when your tire can just go flat. It happens. Learning how to change a tire is a very important skill to have as well. I actually learned that skill even before I started driving. It's a very useful skill. There are plenty of YouTube videos on how to change a tire. It's a very simple process. So I highly recommend you learn it and have the supplies for it because you never know. The next thing I keep in my car is emergency gas money. Usually I pay via card, but in case of this situation to where my card doesn't work, I can pull out some cash, go pay for the gas that way. Especially if I'm incredibly desperate to to get gas for my car. I would recommend it. Entirely depends on the situation and how much you want to keep in your car. In terms of location, you never know who could break into your car or the gas price. Usually $20 can do me just fine. I love traveling, but I do not travel in this car. But I still recommend I would say a good $20 will do you plenty. Again, that's entirely situational and depends on the driver and how far they go. Emergency money is always important to have. All right, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is for the people who live in snowy areas or places that get a lot of winter. This is not necessarily an emergency thing. It's more of a convenience thing. A snow brusher and a ice scraper. This thing is a lifesaver when it comes to being in the winter. If I have to get to work or get somewhere, I can just pull this thing out from my car, do what I need to do, and it's a pretty easy cleanup, pretty simple process. It helps me out a lot and saves a lot on patience and gas money to heat up the car to melt the ice off. I would highly recommend them. They're not that expensive either. The most expensive one I've seen was probably $20, and that's a bit overkill in my opinion. Highly recommend this if you live in a area that snows. I am unfortunately one of those people. Okay. The next thing I'm going to talk about that I keep in my car, it's situational. It depends on the driver and what type of car you're driving. You could drive a truck. You could drive a SUV. You could drive a Ford F-150, which is a truck. Some vehicles can haul stuff. And I worked a job once that required a lot of ropes and ratchet straps. Now, my car is not necessarily, it can haul. It can, haul small trailers and stuff. And I've never really had a situation to where I had to do it. But just in case, I have ratchet straps in case I need to strap anything down. Heck, when I moved to my apartment, I used my ratchet strap to help strap stuff down onto someone else's truck. I think it's highly recommended you have them. And in case, I can slide something on top of my car and I can try to ratchet strap it from there. I would recommend ratchet straps and ropes. I also would recommend bungee cords, but I'd show mine off, but it's currently being in use. So, ropes and ratchet straps, very helpful. Surprisingly, really, really helpful. Another small thing I would keep in my car, spare batteries. This should have went with the flashlight, I know, but having spare batteries on you never hurts. Okay, another thing I would also recommend is an emergency blanket for your car, such as like those metal things that you can like hop in, like a little metal, almost tarp-like sleeping bag. I would highly recommend in one of those in case your car happens to break down in the winter. And another thing, these are pretty cheap, a tire gauge. If your tire it seems like it's going flat, you can check it from there. They're usually pretty cheap. Some of them can be very expensive, but some pretty cheap you can buy and keep it on your keychain. Alright, many people keep many things in their cars. Different varieties of things. This video, I wanted to share what I recommend keeping in your car and what I keep in my car for my safety and hopefully the safety of you guys. If you guys find this video helpful, comment down below what you guys thought, and if you guys like the video, feel free to give it a like, and if I've earned your subscription, subscribe. I would always appreciate it. Let's say I like uploading videos, and I have quite a variety. I live stream. I haven't live streamed in a while, but I live stream, and I have all kinds of videos. So I appreciate your time, and have a great day, and stay safe out there.